Hi, I'm Josh, and this is Cars and Joshy. Alright, welcome to Cars and Joshy. What I got going on this morning, I wanted to put the inner fender liner in, and I purchased the kit off of eBay. Comes with M8 and what are probably M6 or M4 bolts. I'm not really sure what the smaller ones are, but the M8s, they all take a washer, and these are the locations of those. You've got what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those, and then these ones are up here on the outer side of it. So it comes with the U-nuts, so you can get the bigger M8 U-nuts on this side. 1, 2, 3, and then 4 and 5 back here. Got one that goes through there, and then the smaller ones up here. So just wanted to get these put on so I can get my battery tray mounted. I'm not sure if this is the right orientation. This is what I'm going with for now. I've got it mounted with 3 bolts, one here, 2 on the side of the fender, and then the fender liner also bolts up to the core support and the fender on the bottom. Down here, you've got that one there, and then where's it at? Got one coming through the bottom, through the top. Core support right there comes through the top. This one goes up through the bottom to hold the fender onto the core support, and then the battery tray. So what I'm going to do now is when I had my smuggler's box fab work done, the fabricator over there created this battery box for me, Texas Auto Fab, and I can't really use it in the back there. So what I'm going to end up doing, I'm going to use it up front here, and I'm going to mount my bypass valve and whatever else I want to mount to it. I'll get it mounted up here. There it is. So this bypass valve, I'm thinking about maybe getting a hole saw and drilling a hole in the top of this box so I can see my orientation of this valve, and then I'll probably orient it something like that. Maybe have put some rivnuts or something in here, drill a couple holes in the side of this, mount it on the inside, and have some cutout, put my hoses through here and clean it up. Okay, I picked up this rivnut kit from Amazon. I'm about to use it for the first time. It comes with various different sizes for rivets or rivnuts. And so what I'm using is the 8/32 for my little bypass valve here. And so let me show you how to work this real quick. Basically, you get the right size for the job, 8/32. What you're gonna do, slide this barrel back, screw this all the way in, release the barrel, kind of locks it in place. You take this, screw it down, release these, screw this on. So we've got, it says about a millimeter in between it. Start screwing it in. Riveting on there, just like regular rivets. You'll start pulling it in closer, and then once you got it all the way in, just loosen it up. And there you have them. You can see where it deforms the rib nut right here, sandwiches it between the plate. Now I can mount this with some bolts wherever I want to mount it. So I ended up using M5. I figured that'd be easier to find than like a 8/32 bolt or something. So now I just need to go to the hardware store, grab some M5 bolts, and be good to go. All right, show you what I got going on here real quick. This is a ball valve for the killer chiller system. So the way that it works is I get coolant from the tank and the pump coming in right here, and then it goes out right here and it goes into the end on the killer chiller, which is right here. And it comes out of the killer chiller, goes straight into the brick over there. So refrigerated coolant basically. So then it's got another outlet here, which if you look at the little indicator, that's blocked off right now. So what this would go to is the actual intercooler right here. And so basically it bypasses the intercooler, puts the coldest coolant possible into the brick. And if anything ever happens, like my compressor clutch or something goes out and I don't have AC, this is an electric switch. I just hit a switch from inside the cab somewhere, and then this orientation will flip, and then that would be the inlet, that'll be the outlet, and this part will be blocked off, and then it'll go through my intercooler like a normal setup would go. So I think it's going to work out pretty good. So I'll just use some of that edge stuff, rubber edging, to put on this box so I don't cut my hands in there. I made it big enough to where I can reach in here and make sure I can get the fittings and stuff on. So the next piece that I'm going to be working on is, this is the dryer for the vintage air kit, and I'm thinking I can probably mount it right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these two pieces of metal that I cut off of this box. It's already got a hole in it, so I'm just going to take them and weld them onto this bracket here. Something like this. Bear with me. Something like that, and that way I'll just drill a hole into the side of the box right here, put a riv nut in there, and then bolt it onto the side just like that. So, and then I can run my lines wherever they need to go. But I think that would be a good spot for it. The other spot I was wondering, maybe I can put some riv nuts on this plate and mount it right over here. I'll give that some thought, but I really think I'm gonna shorten these fuel lines and maybe put my adjustable fuel pressure regulator down here and get it a little bit lower. Not so close to the supercharger and the heat over there. But the other reason I want to move it lower is because that plate is going to go on over here, and that would make it hard to adjust it. So maybe I'll put it over here. All right, it looks pretty good over there. I was worried about how far the dryer was sitting up, but it's not even sitting up as high as the catch can or radiator or any of that. So it shouldn't have a problem at all clearing the hood. Let's go over there and take a closer look at it. I think the box overall looks really good, sitting where it's at. The way the ball valve is in there, the AC dryer. You know, we'll have my inlet, my two outlets over here on the back side. I think it went pretty good. You can see there's the little tabs I welded on to the bracket that came from Vintage Air. So let's see if I can get a better angle of that. Yeah, there you go. So there's the bracket there. I just welded some flat pieces of steel on there all the way across. I put some 1/4 inch rib nuts in there and just bolted it on there and worked out pretty good. So this box has 2 bolts on the side and 2 bolts on the front up here, but none of them, no bolts over here, so it wobbles just a little bit here. So I'm thinking I'll take some of this little edging and I'll put some right here and I'll put some down here maybe, and see if that'll tighten it up a little bit, and so it's not really rubbing or rattling. That's what I'm worried about. It's like in here rattling. So I'll put some of this edging on the sides here and then should be good to go. This turned out pretty good. I don't even have this tightened yet. It's sitting in here all right, and even has some clearance between the fender right there, so that's pretty cool. All right, it's kind of windy today, so I don't really want to walk outside and have a bunch of wind picked up in the mic, so I'll just try it from here. I went ahead and disassembled the box, took the dryer off of it and took the ball valve out of it. And so the box I'm spraying down with some Raptor truck bed coating just in a rattle can, and then on the dryer bracket I'm just hitting it up with some VHT roll bar and chassis black on there, so hopefully that'll match okay. The rest of the El Camino, the truck bed and the whole undercoating is done in Raptor liner, so that's why I picked up the rattle can on there. And the box actually looks pretty good, at least from here. It looks pretty good. Let them dry and they'll be done. I'll put them back in and put the little guard seal around all the holes on the battery box and throw it back in, bolt it back in. Okay, so I got the box all painted up. I put the edge pieces back on there, and with the Raptor liner sprayed on there, it made all this edging fit more snug. And I did go ahead and put the edging on the side and on this back piece, and that tightened it up real good, the fitment in there. So went ahead and got my 90s from Amazon. They came in, I just put those on, and I'm about 90% there, ready to run these hoses. I've got one issue, and that's with this side right here. It's hitting up against the core support right here. So time to get out the cutoff wheel or something and go ahead and trim this back, and then I should be able to fit the hose on and bring it right out here. So I'll go ahead and do that. Cut a notch out right there, and then I'll be able to run all the hoses. But what I think I'm gonna do is go ahead and end this video for the box build out and the dryer and all that stuff, and I'll do all of the hoses in one video and show everybody how I'm creating all the custom hoses for the AC and everything. But until then, make sure y'all listen. That's like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell for new videos. Thanks for watching Cars and Joshy. Josh out.